I don't know what's going on with them.
Welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. It's open mic. I put the link on the right-hand side, but it's off the main screen, so I will post it again in case anybody'd like to join. We're going to talk about the current raid, and a lot of people are very interested in the new offers that dropped a couple hours ago, or depending on when you logged in, as those type of offers tend to start the clock when you log in after they've been provided to the server. So, but let me go ahead and introduce everybody from left to right. I heard Mike is maybe not by his computer at this point, so we'll go right to Jeff.
Hello.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, that was Mike. So, Jeff, how are you doing?
Great.
And Ben.
Hello, everyone.
And Aussie.
Good morning, everybody.
And this is Hefe. So, the raid is well, let's see how everybody's raid's going. Aussie, or let's start left to right. Mike, you have Nemesis?
Yes.
And how is it going for you?
Except for the last target, everything was going peachy. I'm doing the 80 sets, and I got out of kilter in the 81, took an hour damage.
Wow. I'm not sure.
Yep.
The 80 and 83. Okay.
The 81s I've been doing for like 90% of the time, instant repair on the water. The other ones, maybe 25% of the time on the water. The rest of the time is just a short repair, unless I screw up, like I did on this one.
So the 80.
Yeah, I'm doing 80 sets. And before I go to bed, I hit a couple of 102s. Yeah.
Okay. I was just clarifying because unless I'm wrong.
It's 81 and 83, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I did get the 81 down to not just instant repair, but just 0 damage.
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you do that? Well, go ahead.
Yeah. But I think it was partially luck with the evade and having the proper setup with my antis.
Yeah, I was gonna say your countermeasures worked 100%, obviously.
Yeah, or the combined with I'm running it with a Sea Serpent crew that I might have evaded the ones a couple that got through. So the combination and probably a bit of luck. So and Jeff, how are you doing? You're running still running your Saturns?
Yep, that's all I got. And luckily this time it's the year of the Saturn, I guess.
Okay.
Or the raid of the Saturn, I guess. Everybody's complaining the NEMs aren't doing as well, but the Saturns are doing a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen is that some people, the driving on the 104 for the Nemesis is tricky. The 106, I'm not really, I don't know. I've only hit like 6 of them, so I haven't really got everything down. But the last one I hit, it was 2 minutes of damage in my base without really getting a pattern down. I watched a few videos, but I'm doing it. A lot of people hit that one on the left. I've been hitting the one on the right with a lot better luck. But
and that's the 104s with Nemis?
No, the 106. The 106. The 104 I haven't tried yet. I'm probably going to ask because you can take Saturn drivers can take the ghost crawlers out for no damage, right?
That's right. It's kind of nice.
Yes. So.
And we take the shrouded things out if you have U3.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was going to ask somebody that just, Ben, somebody just take out some ghost crawlers for me in the 104s, and then I'll hit the rest of it. And then I'll get my points that way, because I'm not, it looks like the 104 just looks like you're just creating, like, you could come out of it okay, or you could come out of it really badly, from what I've seen what people are doing with the 104s with the Nemesis. You're getting yourself bottled up with 2 ghost crawlers and everything else in the world chasing after you.
Yeah.
So
and the reverse is true for the 106. I can do it for 20 minutes damage if I run it perfectly, but it take 3 or 4 or 5 coins if I if I just screw up.
Yeah. So it's I'm not sure if they're trying to encourage us to get both, even though it seems really we'd be pretty pricey to get both upgraded to the level, upgraded and fully built and ranked and whatnot. To get both of them out there, especially since there's only one more raid coming that we know of.
I'm just afraid
Yeah.
they're going to flip-flop and that actually make it more polarized. Like the Nemesis took a bit of a downturn this time for doing both targets, and it was the Saturn that couldn't do the 106 last time. I'm afraid they'll polarize it even further. But as you said, once you can just stick to the one side and do pretty well.
Okay. And what's the problem for the Saturn drivers in the 106? What's the, I know it's the ghost crawlers for the Nemesis drivers, but for the Saturns, what aspect of the target is causing you the most pain?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I haven't hit a 106.
It's just that they've positioned the starting points of some of the boats so that you can't get the nice sniping angles that you want. Sometimes they come in. You have to be very careful about where your scout ship goes, because as soon as one of them hits a bit of fog, they all see you and turn straight at your fleet, and then you're screwed because they stay in the fog the whole time, and you're pretty much there to battle it out.
Okay, so it's mainly due to the decreased range of the Saturn relative to the Nemesis is the problem?
Yeah, you have to be much more careful about how you make them chase you.
Okay. Alrighty. Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing? You're using Saturns, right?
Yes, I'm using Saturns. I've just been doing 80s until a little bit ago. I started doing 100s. And my last 100 I took 11 minutes total damage.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it's going pretty good.
Okay.
That's on both sides, 11 minutes total on a 104 and 106.
No, just 100.
The 100. The 100.
Oh, the old 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny you should say that. I tried the old 100 and it's harder than the 104.
Well, I need the circs anyways.
The 100 has the same problem I was just describing. They come at you from the ghost crawlers start coming up, but then you're in range of the other ones, so they start coming at you from the other side, and you can't really get them in the right angle.
Yeah, they're real tricky.
But I saw somebody doing it by repeatedly steering the ghost crawlers. It was kind of funny. I think that was Ren had a video where he was constantly just sort of going slightly over, and each time they do a little U-turn, and he got them all lined up that way.
Yeah.
But it was tricky driving, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But what I do like with the U3 Saturns is with the shrouded boats.
Yeah.
I can run up, take them out without them even firing.
Yeah.
As long as they're shrouded.
Okay. And I guess they're more of a problem for Saturn drivers than they are for Nemesis drivers because of the speed and the range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried to drop a bunch of mines by the shrouded ones to see if just at U3 if they would do anything, and it didn't. Just for the hell of it, for what it's worth.
Okay. Aussie, how's your rig going?
A little bit slow. I was only doing 60s yesterday, just autoing them, and then last night I started doing 80s, 80 sets.
And what ships do you have?
Nemis. I'm stacking the 81s at the moment, and then I'll do the 83s later. But I just did a 102 for less than 20 minutes damage, so pretty much instant repair in the base. Well, it was instant repair in the base, yeah. So I might stick to 102s if I can get them out of the way. It's quicker than doing a set of 80s.
Yeah. Well, when I hit the 106, it takes a long time to hit that target.
Yeah, that's why I'm not hitting the high ones. It's just taking too long. I've done a couple of 106s, but yeah, I can't do the 104s, so I can't get to that I can't get them.
I think they all take a long time, to be honest. Even
Well, the 83 does. The 81's not bad.
not too bad. The 83, you
Yeah.
got to wait for those little ships to
The ghost crawlers to return back to home.
that, and sometimes the ghost crawler and the ones, maybe it's my drive style, I don't know, but the ghost crawler got hung up somewhere, would not move, couldn't target it with, or couldn't trigger it with the arch enemy. I had to have the whole fleet, or it wouldn't recognize anything, it wouldn't move. So I don't know if that's a bug or just whatever, but that was a pain in the butt.
Okay.
But it just takes a long time to do a target, I think, for the points.
Yeah, for the Nemesis, I think it's a different story with the Saturn people, and I'm a little scared what's going to happen with the TLCs come out.
Time.
Yeah. When we get 7, and I'm hoping that they're realizing that at least I don't like. They probably realize at this point I don't like to have to hit 7 targets in an hour and hit it, probably 4 times in a, hit 20, 3 or 28 targets with an hour increment for each group of 7. It's not. I don't find that enjoyable personally, but maybe to do it once, but not to do it, through all the mastery rounds.
It's just not fun. You feel stress instead of fun, which is not what a game's all about.
Yeah, and, what happens if the phone rings? If you have to, if you have to refresh a lot, and there's an issue that's going on in the game. Currently, I talked to them a little bit. It appears to be mainly occurring in Chrome, happening this week. I talked about it on Wednesday's show a little bit, where you just all of a sudden freeze up.
Yes.
Has anybody encountered this?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
It's happened a few times. It happened yesterday.
Yeah,
I haven't had it
You just can't do anything.
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple of times today, even in battle and in my base. And instead of just refreshing or hit play again, you actually have to restart your Chrome browser over again in order for you to be able to load the game.
Because you can't press the play button; it won't let you.
Yeah, and even if you hit refresh on your tab, it's going to tell you it can't load Flash, and so you're forced to restart your browser from Go. You shut it down and start it back up, and that takes several minutes, especially if you're in battle, which is not a good thing.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard from people at Kickside, this issue, it's a Chrome / Flash issue. It's not really a Battle Pirates issue, but from what they told me, it doesn't. People aren't encountering this problem with Firefox. I don't know what that means about Microsoft Edge or other browsers, but it seems like if you have this problem, they recommend that you use Firefox as your browser. So,
yeah, because what happens because obviously you're in full screen or whatever, if you press escape and it goes down a small, it minimizes, the whole map stretches. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, because it's frozen.
The whole screen just stretches, and it's like, well, it's weird.
Yeah.
And you can't do, But I've closed the browser and reopened it, and I still had that same problem. The Flash thing wouldn't work. It would just say Flash, what was it saying, not loading or something?
Yeah.
I think it says I had to restart my whole computer. It would not. It didn't matter what I did. It would not. It wouldn't load it. It wouldn't load Flash. Did
you look at your task manager and see if you had any other instances of Chrome going on?
No.
Okay.
I was too worried about trying
window somewhere that was keeping Chrome alive.
I'm not sure. I was just too busy trying to get the damn game back up.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just quickly got Battle Pirates up on the laptop because that's next to me as well all the time, and finished the battle that way while the computer was rebooting.
Okay.
Yeah, because Chrome will
Go ahead,
start
Jeff.
up a whole bunch of child processes, and if you don't kill them all, you really haven't killed Chrome yet.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
how
but
to
if you're
get
in
that.
battle, you haven't got time to stuff around looking at a whole bunch of stuff.
True.
You just want to get back on. You just want to get back in the game, so your fleet's not half dead like mine was.
Yeah, I was so lucky when it happened to me. One time I was in the fog, and the other time I ended up taking about an extra half an hour of damage because I was aiming to send it at the the tower that's the Ghostcrawler support tower, and so I guess it killed it after I froze up, and so when the Ghostcrawler come up and got me, it wasn't like
too bad.
Immune to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sort of did the same thing. I can't remember what target I was in. I was going left, and then I was going to click to go into cloud, and just as I was about to click to go into the cloud, it crashed. So
Okay.
it was stuck in the middle of nowhere. When I come back on, it had killed all the ships, including the Ghost Crawler. And then it was just sitting there. But, yeah, it took damage though, because obviously you get scatter guns and shit going at you as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a good question, and it's just something I was going to talk to somebody else that I know only has one Saturn. RBF is asking, has anybody tried a mixed fleet? And I was thinking about the potential of the mixed fleet if you're a Nemesis owner on the 104. Putting, if you had one or two Saturns and hiding them in that fog bank at the bottom, and leave your Saturns there, and then have a Nemesis which is faster, acting as a bait ship to run back and forth past those Saturns. If you didn't have a full fleet of Saturns to take those out, then pull the whole fleet out, and then bring your Nemesis back in if you only have a Saturn or two.
But then I consider doing that, but you'd literally have to reform your Saturn fleet once it came time to go after the turrets, because they're really weak without being 5 of them. You even have to have 1 or 2 missing, and all of a sudden you're taking a lot more damage because they're reinforcing each other.
Yeah. I was more thinking about it just for that little bit of prep work.
But then you have to send them all back and reform your fleet. And
but this is for people. This is for people that maybe only have 1 or 2 Saturns, and now they get the bonus of being able to complete the whole thing. That's what I was thinking about from that perspective. Not not for somebody that has both fleets or anything like that, because it seems pretty easy to bait with a single Saturn to bait them past 4 Saturns and basically kill the 2 Ghost Crawlers. So
yeah, so that's the problem I'm having with my Nemis. I can't get to that tower, and they're just too hard to kill. The Ghost Crawlers are just too hard to kill. You can bait them past, but I just can't seem to kill them.
Yeah, with the Nemesis, that's why I was suggesting. The Saturn.
Yeah, because you just cannot get to that. You just cannot get to that tower to kill the tower.
Yeah.
So you're suggesting people that have Nemi start building Saturns as their
2
killer?
Saturns.
Or
just a couple.
Ask somebody that has Saturns, because it appears to be really easy to kill the Ghost Crawlers. And it may turn out to be useful when TLCs come around to have a Saturn or 2 to kill the Ghost Crawlers if we see this target in the future.
Yeah, I paired up with Sony in my sector. They're killing the 106s and I'm killing the 104s, and we're both doing it for free. So it works out as a nice pair.
Very nice. Hope she's cute. And speaking of there's been a limited time offer that came out that I sort of talked about a little bit earlier, that will take your Tier 8 assault ship up to U3 for $9.99 if you have on their side enough U1 or U2, and then it's $19.99 if I don't know what the threshold is. if you don't have anything done, or I'm not sure how much U1 work you need to get done in order to get the $9.99 deal. And a lot of players are excited about it because it saves weeks of shipyard time for $9.99. So, and it's also a little attractive from the standpoint of if you're planning to build your Praetorians, or you're thinking about upgrading your Tier 8 assault hull. Does anybody look at that?
That was a hard one to pass up. I mean,
Oh, no, see, you're doing it again. I knew you
I
would.
swore I wasn't going to do that kind of stuff, but that one was. You know, I think that's the way Kickside can make some money, though, because those deals are hard to pass up. And what does it really cost them?
Yeah, but you know what? Last time was trying to get our fleet ready. This time are we going to be able to do the third round of this raid without U3 or not? And
Well, we better hope
guessing.
so, right? You better hope we need it, but it doesn't. It hasn't. I did it, okay, but I have not seen an improvement in the 80 sets. So for what I was getting before, I'm still getting now. So maybe in the higher sets. Hefe told me it's probably going to be more of an advantage,
but we won't know until
you're
the
not
new
going to
design.
see it. That's true too. But if you stay at the lower ones and grind, it may not be a big deal. However, my thought was down the road.
Yeah, because that's a lot of days to get to U3. So
it's like 6 days just for the arch, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah,
And if they're all that, that's a shitload of time for
the other ones are
$10.
like 5 days each. So that's a lot of days.
Yeah,
and that's days you could be building the Praetorian.
right.
So it's a calculation. Is the Praetorian going to be mandatory before you can build it? Or is U3 going to be mandatory for next raid?
I don't know. I just thought that was hard to pass up. Just like
isn't the June raid going to be a probably a parts raid or of some kind of?
Well, usually it's a parts store or whatever they call it. Tech store.
So that would be a nice one to have a kick-ass fleet.
Yeah. But who knows? You got to be able to drive too, though. I found it. Driving is a big problem for me.
Yeah, for the Nemesis, it's tricky, especially like I said in the 104. Hitting the wrong target. Driving is tricky.
Yeah. What was it the 100 is not for the Nemi, right?
Right.
Yeah, I went in that sucker last night and I was one unhappy camper.
Yeah, the 102 is for the Nemi.
Right. So I did a 102 and I thought I'd try and do a 100 before bed, and it's like, no, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, especially since you don't get a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My experience with this, I took the deal. And I was doing the 100. I would have to in and out it because I'm not a blitzer. And, it'd take a long time because of going in and out and repairing in between. And this time, 11 minutes, one shot.
Yeah, so you're in the next set of targets up from the 80s, which, like I said, didn't make much difference for me. So later on, I will try the 102, right?
Yeah.
I will try that before I hit the sack and see if it makes a difference.
Or try the 106. I it's a little, the driving's a little tricky. It's not awful, but you need to think about it. It's not, but the 104 I find to be really tricky for the Nemesis. But the 106.
Okay. Go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the 106 is not awful. As long as you are patient with it and use the same tactics that you used previously in the 80s and whatnot.
Oh, okay. We'll do that last thing tonight.
Okay. So we got the we got the upgrade deal out of the way. Unless anybody else wants to talk about it.
I would just be interested to see how that works out for them, because it's always been my opinion that those kind of things are hard for the majority of people to pass up if they enjoy playing the game. That's what you stick out there and people just snatch them up.
Yeah,
That's the way I think they can make a lot of money, and I don't know. Maybe it's happening because it's two events in a row now.
And I already spent $20 on this fleet. That's the most I've spent in the entire 7 years of this game.
There you go.
And
those are hard to pass up.
$10 more dollars.
No. Then it works. Yeah. No, $10 ain't bad. That's like going to get like a coffee or something.
Not my Visa limit, my miser limit.
Yeah.
Or a 4-pack of Dragon's Milk, which is $14. So hell.
I'd rather speed up know what we're going to do to speed up those new FM fleets. I'm afraid of them becoming essential too quickly.
I wouldn't speed it up, but build them.
I got locked out of the FM, out of the tier 5 of the FM for months until I got the Dragons built.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of which, the next FM, they put up Battle Pirates next week. The big news as far as what's going to happen with the update is the auto repairing of your shipyards, which we talked about on the Wednesday show after they've been destroyed. Similar mechanism that we see in Bounty. That's going to happen on Tuesday, the 14th. Maybe the 15th for Aussie. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then there's the little information we got about the Forsaken mission. Several new limited armors and flagship weapons are rotating into the Forsaken mission.
Oh, great.
So I'm not personally certain. Flagship, I did ask. I don't know if I've got an answer yet as far as I jumped to the assumption that these are flagship weapons for our assault halls or tier 8 assault halls. It's not going to be for the FM fleets because they're not going to drop the weapons before they drop the ship. So I found that a little bit interesting. And the new limited armors, we've covered all the bases. I'm assuming this is the armor for your Praetorian. And it's interesting that it's going to be limited because all the limited armors we've seen have been one damage type. And maybe they're going to do this as the... I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. It scares me.
So much guesswork lately. I mean, usually we have some inkling of what's coming and what we're supposed to do, but
I think we've actually got more clues than we had before because now they're giving us enough information. It's back to the days where they give us enough information to scare Ben. And before, a lot of times, we get something drops and we had no clue it was going to happen. So you could take it either way. But as far as the speculation, I think that's been rampant in the game for what's going to happen for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it hasn't really changed. You're right.
Yeah, I think it's actually improved a little bit. We've been giving a little bit more information recently, as opposed to the point in time where we were getting nothing and it would just boom. There's this. At least we get clues. Which is what I like.
I'm still burnt by things like, you're not going to need 2 fleets anymore, and then and things like that, and then the FM fleet. Well, we're going to take it out of the cycle and leave it a 4 FM or a 4 cycle raid. I kind of like that, but then they put it, the 3 cycle raid back in.
Yeah,
they speak with their fingers crossed.
Yeah, we don't know if this 3 cycle raid is or 3-month cycle is going to last. We haven't got any information on that, and I'd like to know: are we going to get another month of assault? Because I think more people might buy this offer if they think there's 2 more raid months of this.
They lost the window for that, though. They'd have to announce that like a week or two ago.
Why? We don't know.
Because I won't start. I wouldn't start one now. Well, maybe I would if it was 2 more raids. You're right.
Yeah.
If it had 2 more raids, I might start a Nemesis fleet.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not messing with the Nemi. I'm right into Praetorian. You know, I'm gonna run with my Saturns. And,
Okay.
you know, that's just me though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want to get the Praetorians out of the way so I can start building the next raid hall. You know, and if they went to a 4-month on assault, that'd be awesome because it'd let us get our Praetorians out.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't. What would be next? Is it going to be skirmish again?
In the 3 raid cycle, it would be skirmish.
Yeah. Yeah. It just feels too soon, doesn't it?
I know.
It feels like we just had that.
Yeah. Well, we had siege, but before that we had skirmish. So now we got 3 cycles with 3 months each, and it's 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 I wish they would give us some sort of answer soon. As far as what they're going to do, are they going to go back to a 4-month cycle, and are they going to start with assault, or are they going to wait till the next one, or are we going to get some brand new type of cycle? Which I think we talked about last week. As far as they could throw us something completely different. And maybe it's involving those freaking shipwrecks and whatnot. Who knows what they're going to do.
And would any of those scenarios surprise you?
They do things that, things come out of left field, quite often. So, yeah. Nothing would really surprise
So,
me.
I mean, nothing would surprise me.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Is there anything we haven't covered at this point in time?
Well,
Can't think of anything.
prizes. What's your opinion on prizes that are must-haves? So what I mean by that is like now I got to get it up on the screen because my
9
memory
million.
is
All
piece
the
of crap. Like the explosive batteries, and if you don't have one set of the batteries, probably be a good idea to get it, wouldn't it? If you can.
Yeah. The batteries are pretty expensive at this point.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because they're 5 million to get a set.
Mm-hmm.
And I have all but the explosive. So I'm kind of working towards getting as many of the explosive batteries as I can. And then if perchance I get lucky, just load up on Nemesis tokens in case there's some other upgrade down the road.
I don't know. I mean, it's tricky because we don't know when the transition of the FM targets is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When you need to have your Praetorian completed in some manner. We assume that there's going to be a flagship coming. We don't know. I would at least get one in case at some point you want to run that as your tank.
Got it.
There's a huge amount of questions out there associated with it because they did put it, like I said on the Wednesday show, that's going to be your most expensive thing.
Yeah.
Is the 5 million, where you can get the ship for 2 million by itself. And, the special, basically the siege battery special is going to cost you more than twice that, 2.5 times.
5 million.
Yeah.
What about stocking up on Gale Defense 4 and MDS 3 for the FM? Is that going to end up being useful?
I don't know. I did that. I recommended people do that during the pillage event because they were cheap at that point. You know, I have more than 10 of each. So, because I did that during pillage. So, I think 10 of each, or at least in my situation, 10 of each is more than enough.
That's that's a good hedge. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way that they're going to ask us for more than that. So I'm not going to claim any. Personally, I'm not going to claim any of those. But we don't know what the new. We don't know everything that's going to drop in the FM. And the other thing that's important to bring up regarding that is they said they're going to have a shortened redemption store of 24 hours instead of 48. I'm not sure why they're doing that. But for this raid, so most likely you're not going to be able to see the Forsaken, the new Forsaken mission stuff before you have to claim everything.
Is there a VXP coming this weekend? I don't know.
I'm assuming yes, it will start on Friday.
But it
hasn't been
a week from today.
It hasn't been announced. Is the weird part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he normally puts that in the NW.
So I'm building the empty Praetorians right now, and I have no idea if it's needed.
Yeah, that's a good question because it should be in BP next week, and it is missing, and it is also missing from. It also is missing from his CM diary, so that is something that hopefully he'll address. So I guess it's Friday. I guess I'll poke him on this and see if we can get an answer before the end of the show.
And did you notice the I'll say recommended build on the Praetorian from Kixeye is like Inferno Dragons, only on the new hull. You know how they do the pairs width for whatever it's worth. They're calling for the RFX engine and the twin fire rockets.
Because I assume they have the interns match that stuff up. None of the new technology is there.
That was my point. They didn't put a lot of thought into it. They're just saying, what was the Dragon build? Let's just switch that over to the Praetorian. But I don't think that's quite right.
Another open question I have is D6M. Is that going to be worth all the points? That's a lot of points too. Is it?
See, I work hard in the FMs to get all those things, so I don't have to worry about them. So I got a bunch of them.
Oh, D6M is one of the two that's in there right now?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not in the FM.
Oh, okay. Then that's why I was asking.
In the FM?
Yeah.
Isn't that where I've been getting them?
No, the explosive one's in the FM.
All right, I lied again. But I know I got a bunch of them.
If I don't have those, it's a good thing to collect probably, huh?
Yeah.
Armors. D6M, I got 17. I don't know where I got them from.
It's got to be. Maybe it was in the FM for a while. It's not now, I don't think.
Okay. Okay. Because I know the D6R, D6C, and D6X are in the FM, like recent FMs.
Yeah.
Also, the D6CT, and I think that's it. Okay.
Because I only have 4 of them, so I probably should collect all I can.
If you have the points, do it.
That's fun. Going after last assault rate's armor. You know.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know what they're coming. If you have the points and you don't know what's coming out,
right?
I don't know. I guess it's a toss-up. They're tier 7. Yeah, they're not even tier 8 armors. So maybe that's why the new armor is slated for... Okay.
That's the other reason I don't want to collect them. I'm pretty sure that an upgrade to them is probably out around the corner.
That's good logic, I think, based on.
What armor are you guys going to put on the Praetorians when you're building them right now?
I'm not going to put any armor on them right away.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to armor them right now.
I'm building a blank with one new weapon, and should be able to get 4 of them ready.
Yeah, because it's what, like a 3-day build with one weapon?
I think it's a 3-day build, and we got 7 days, plus I have 2 FMs worth of tokens, and a few flash crash, and a few assault tokens from.
You treat it like any other ship. You know, you just build blanks with one weapon, or even just junker weapons, and just kick out blanks so you can get VXP on it. And they're not gonna have it in this next FM like the targets. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the thud if the weapon that was meant for it was economical enough and it could make the timing.
Well, Mike, I
Just
used
in case.
yeah, the rocket level 4, like for all of them, it's like it adds like 8 minutes. The cheap one, the blueprint one.
Yeah. No, I understand. My hope was that they would be able to inflict just at least a hit or something and not die the ship and then do the in and out thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know
I get your point.
They're not giving us a special target to rank the Praetorian on. Which I cannot see the Praetorian working well in the current VXP target. You know, it's just going to go in and die.
You don't like that scenario.
No. Yeah, I know. What? I do have one Praetorian built because I had tokens for it. And it's all right. From what I've seen.
How does it compare to the dragons?
Well, considering it's not a full build, it's just 4 weapons, 1 of each anti, and pen resistor on it. It does a 75 elite cargo, no damage on auto. So,
can you put it in with your dragon fleet?
you know, I did not try that. Give me a minute and I will.
It's going to let you hit cargo with it in there, but it doesn't mean it's going to let you hit an FM target. That's completely different stats, rules.
I'm assuming, I don't know. Who knows? But I would assume that they're going to allow you to do that. They're just going to change the economy in some way in the future. That's going to get harder and harder to use the 120s and the 121s to gain prizes without spending all day. That's my assumption of how it's going to work.
But, yeah, well, they lowered that points last time, didn't they? When they bring out new ones, sometimes they lower the point values.
Yeah, or they up the, and everybody's seen the fact that we get this bug every once in a while where it shows tier 6 and tier 7 prizes in your FM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, maybe this thing where we have to get 25 million points, or for the people, the completionists, 35 million points. You know, maybe we'll blush at, at 25 or 35 million. They may not lower the value of those, but they can, inflate the prices of the prizes. So,
maybe that's what they're gonna do is put the new stuff that they're putting in the FM in tier 6 and 7.
The stuff's coming next week.
Yeah.
That feels a little too soon. They realize that the player base doesn't like change. I don't know. I would expect 2.5 million for all of it. Because remember, everything used to be 800K, and the fact that at this point we don't know if there's a VXP weekend. People haven't got any chance to build them. So I wouldn't expect it this week. I could be wrong, but yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was there some comment, or was I dreaming about some change in VXP, and is it too soon for that? Were they talking about the methodology of VXP in a recent update somewhere?
Yeah, they talked about wanting to change it, but they weren't specific about what they would do.
Okay, and the only reason I bring it up is, how many times have we not had VXP weekend directly after the raid? I can't remember one. So, do they have something up their sleeve? I don't know.
Well, I did find it curious, the fact that as far as VXP, it wasn't a CM diary, and they were talking about eliminating it as one option. There were several options put out there. But the fact that there was a whole, you don't happen to have the old slides, but there was no mention of it anywhere. They included bounty, raids, pillage, everything, but they didn't include VXP weekend. So it is curious because this would be the wrong way to do it. Because people are still trying to potentially rank up Saturns or whatnot. The way to do it would be to have the new halls, such as the Praetorian, come out at 75%. Not just kill off the XP weekend, just make it unnecessary for that to happen.
Which is what we'd like to see.
Who knows what we want to see at this point, but yeah, I'm just not getting any responses as far as if there's a VXP weekend this coming Friday. So I don't know what's going on there, but it would be a rather large omission in BP next week that it's not included.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially if people are still building the opposite fleet.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, this is not the way to handle it.
No, I think it's omission. It's unlikely they would drop it without warning.
So,
and yes, you can put the Praetorian in with the dragons. And the only thing I can hit right now with it on the map is the cargoes, and
they go the same speed, right?
Yes.
That was nice of them. I was expecting them to speed it up or slow it down.
Yeah, as long as you got the same engine system on it.
Yeah, I saved a bunch of those pen sync drives for this purpose. I have no idea whether that's going to be the right engine, but it seems like it. At least at this point in time, it seems like a good engine.
I'm sorry, the phone kept on ringing there for a second, so I had to put you on mute. I'm sorry, what? I missed that. I'm sorry.
Well, we're just talking about putting the new one, the new ship in with the dragons, and using like sync drives so they all go the same speed and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's hard to say what's going to happen with that. I would wait before I made any decisions on engines or whatnot. I would wait for the next FM prize announcements before you put engines on anything. Personally, I'm planning to use dragons in the next FM and not use any of the the new hull. Personally. So, alrighty. Sorry, I missed that part. Yeah, the phone just kept on ringing and ringing. So, do we have anything else? I put the link out there in case anybody'd like to join the after show.
I'm using 4 NEMs and a Cadies in 80s and an 81 with like no good crew. You do it for like 1 coin. I'm trying to roll a grease monkey, but I can't get one yet. But it's not bad. Four NEMs and a Cadies.
Yeah, but I've in the 81. I
haven't drove that good either. I just started today. Really, I tried a couple targets, but I haven't really figured out a path or none of that shit.
Okay, yeah, the 80s were around last month, but yeah, like I said, I've been able to complete it for actually 000 damage, so you didn't even have to instant repair on the map. It was just no damage. So, do you have the flag?
Yeah, you got an arch. You got an arch, right? No, I'm using a Cadies. That's my point.
Okay, but do you own the flag?
Yeah, I owned it, but I never built it. I was a toss-up, like what to do, and I'm like, I had to keep adding all new kinds of new shit to the other ones.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. I don't know. Well, 1 coin. I don't know what. 1 coin for 81. I don't know what I'd be happy with. I'm
not coining it. I'm just saying it. I got it so far. I haven't even got a path. I'm just saying I got it down to 1. If I want, I just let it like go for a while and then repair.
Yeah. And John asks, how do I get free repair? I'm running the Sea Serpent crew. I have 6 MSDS 3s with what's the red, white, and blue special anti-proliferation or countermeasure anti-proliferation 2. And that's how I got it down to 0 damage and just I guess the way I'm driving it. And I guess it's a slight bit of luck in case anything gets through the countermeasures. If something gets through the countermeasures, I get 1 or 2 minutes of damage, or 1.5 minutes or 2.5 minutes. But the zero damage, that was I'm guessing I'm putting that a lot up to luck associated with accuracy versus evade. So
yeah, the best I've got is 34 seconds in an 81.
Okay.
My best 83 was 1 minute and 5 seconds. And only 1 ship took damage. I think that's the best I've done in the whole series.
But I'm not using a crew whatsoever, so maybe if I threw a Sea Serpent on there, I might get even lower. Because what I'm finding, I'm having trouble with the turret missiles. Last raid, I was shooting every one of them down. This time I'm not. And it's the same, the NEMI, the flag's exactly the same as it was last time. Hasn't changed. And it's not shooting them down now.
On the 80s?
Yeah, on the 81s, yeah.
It appears I'm shooting down like 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5, and so that's why it was I think some of it was a lot of luck associated with evade. So, but you're shooting down none of them?
Yeah, or maybe 1 every now and again, but last raid I was shooting every one of them down. None of those were getting through from the turrets.
Okay, and so you have the Arch Nemesis?
Yep, and it hasn't changed. It's still exactly the same build. Oh well, apart from it's gone to U3.
Okay, and
That's
you're
the only
running,
change it's had.
and you have plus 90%. You're running anti-proliferation system too.
Yeah, I've got that on there as well. Yeah.
And do you have any counters on your other ships?
No, not anymore. I took them off.
Okay, well that's good. That's good that you don't have any, because that might have been the issue that I was.
No, yeah. Well, see, last time they were shooting every one of them down, though.
Yeah, I was just making sure you
And now
didn't
they're
add
not.
any antis to the other
Yeah.
ships, which have a lower accuracy, which would
Yeah.
actually open you up for more of the turret-based missiles getting through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I'm doing an 81 at the moment, and I'm running through the center. Yeah, I've killed all the ships, so there's those 3 turrets left in the center. Each one of them's hit me. Every one. Not shot one of them down.
I don't know. I'm
So
hitting.
this is really weird.
Yeah, because I'm either hitting like 3 out of 4 or 5 out of 6 are getting shot down.
Yeah, mine's the opposite. Every now and again, I'll get 1.
Yeah, I'm having the same thing. I shoot to 1 or 2. That's where I'm getting all the damage you do get.
Yeah,
is from that.
That's where I think I'm getting all my damage from.
Well,
And I
except
just
for
had-
Jeff, you have Saturns. So you don't have nearly the accuracy that the NEM drivers do as far as the counters.
Yeah, that's why I put that frontline countermeasure on there to bump it up a bit, but I don't know where that puts me relative to you guys.
Okay.
I just don't understand that the flag is exactly the same build as last time. I haven't changed it apart from it's gone to U3. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure what to think about that either. Have you
Yeah.
changed your driving style?
Nope.
Okay.
That's another reason maybe to build a NEM with the Saturns is maybe I don't know how to drive them like that because they're going to go different speeds, but have countermeasures on the NEM taking care of these missiles that are the only thing hitting me now.
Well,
It's an interesting
if you had a
idea.
pen drive on everything, they're all going to go at the same. They're all going to go at the Saturn speed, aren't they?
Yeah, that's
The
true.
Nemi's going to drop down, so the speed isn't going to be a
Oh,
problem.
so I could actually have one good countermeasure ship in the midst of them.
Well, what you could, all you got to do is put the pen drive on one of them, and that fixes all of them.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying I could make
Yeah,
the Nemesis the countermeasure ship since it has
Yeah.
all the accuracy he was talking about.
yeah, and just
And-
throw on the pen drive on that,
Yeah.
and because you're getting extra bonuses as well. Yeah, so that will reduce the speed down to the same as the same as the Saturns.
Yeah, the only thing you'll be losing would be the stacking defense bonuses associated with the
Yeah.
Saturn. So,
Yeah.
Which, if you drive well and you stay in the fog, you don't really need, as long as you're shooting down the missiles.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Derpy, how are you doing?
Yo, I'm doing fairly well. Raids, I don't know, depends on how many gales or the missile defense system I want to give, but I'm pretty much wrapped up otherwise. I have the new hull, new stuff like that. So I'm using Nemesis in the 104 and 106 mostly. So
Okay. I have your volume cranked up to max, and it might just be me, but can anybody else hear him?
He's very
Yeah.
quiet. He is
I
quiet. I
extremely
can hear
quiet.
him, but he's quiet.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Derpy, we're having a hard time hearing you. So if unless you can fix it in the next couple of seconds, I ping both Kickside Chris and Golden Doodle associated with the what's up with the VXP weekend. I have not got a response. So who knows? Oops, let me see. Yeah, I have not seen any response anywhere so far. So I don't know. Maybe we'll hear about it soon. Maybe we won't. So But I think we're probably going to wind things down for the show. And thanks everybody for showing up. And see y'all on Wednesday, if not before. If we get some news about VXP weekend, I might start up a little impromptu show to maybe try to explain what they're going to do. So, but see y'all then, and good night, everybody.
Good
See you
night,
later.
everyone. Good luck in the raid. I don't want to run.